we're gonna focus on, I don't want this to be like, make it sound boring, but we're gonna focus on basics. So really on foundational stuff today. That's all. I'm Maeve. Glad to be here. Glappy, happy and glad to be here. You're gonna start on your back with your right leg in the sky, and if you have a strap, you're gonna use it. If you have a towel instead, that works great. Or actually anything that gives you the ability to take your foot. If you don't have it, just hold the leg. Push the foot away. Lengthen out your spine. Start to deepen your breath here. So once you've kind of found a spot here that feels appropriate, like you're getting a response from the hamstring, you're getting a response from the leg, you're just going to hold it there. Good. Good, good, good. Yes. Beautiful. And then with the leg just kind of staying put, awareness in the breathing. Filling up the back body, filling up the front body, emptying, emptying, feeling a sense of emptiness and allowing space for the inhale to come in. Cultivating a sense of fullness, of expansion, and then releasing back out. So really, the simplicity of the breath, the fullness, the inhale, the emptiness, the exhale. Press the foot away from the hip. And then switch your legs. Left foot comes in or left leg comes up if you're not using a strap or friend of the strap. Same thing. Just find an appropriate place. Doesn't have to be really intense. Doesn't have to be super easy. Just an appropriate placement of your leg. Focus on the breathing, the in and the out. And then both legs up. Push the feet away. Good, bend your knees. If you have the strap here and you can keep it, keep it. We're gonna rock up into boat pose. Mine's gonna be wonky because I'm still healing my tailbone. Good. If you have the strap, you're going to keep the strap. You're going to pull against the feet to lift the chest up. Really nice. Good, good, good. These can be bent still here as a continual option, always and forever. Bend the knees, extend the feet out. I'm just going to scoop back. And then Paschimottanasana, nice and easy. So with a strap, if you're using it, you've got lots of space here. Hug the elbows in, draw the spine long, less about bringing the torso toward the leg, more about rooting down and lengthening up. an inhale, lengthen up. Put your strap off to the side. Cross your shins, come into downward facing dog. So it was like hamstring, 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 hamstring. Oh my gosh, all this hamstring. Yes. Press your hands down. Good. Imagine you could drag your feet to the back of your mat and to the outer edges. Kind of pushing the feet down, dragging back and wide. Lengthen the arms even more. And then glide forward to plank with a breath in. Couple breaths here. Firm the legs, heart forward, gaze forward. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right leg back, inhale. Hips stay square, please. Exhale, knee into your chest, shift forward, upper back round. Take a few breaths here. Pick up your right foot higher. Pull the knee forward, and then place your right foot forward. Good. If you have blocks, grab them. Place them on either side of your front foot. If you don't, fingertips to the floor. Back leg strong and powerful, heart pulling forward. Notice if your right hip is hanging up here. There's a few things that might be causing that, and it might not change. It might stay up here, and that's totally fine. Not just fine, it's great. But if you're having trouble, no pun intended, getting your booty down, sometimes it's because your stance is too short and there's nowhere to go. You're like, you have nowhere to go. But if you take the stance long, you have the ability to drop this hip down a little bit more. Sometimes it's just that the hip doesn't want to go there, and in which case, do not force it. But if it's just purely based on your positioning, take a longer stance, maybe a wider stance to give your hip a little more space. Now firm the back leg really, really strong. Push into the front foot, and then with like 40% energy, imagine you could pull your feet together. So sit through the feet toward each other. Pull the gaze forward, pull the heart forward, keep the arms pressing down. Keep the energy in the legs, bring your hands into your heart. Root the back heel and come into warrior two. Good. Warrior two. Yes. I'm just going to flip so I can see you. Yes. So similarly here, if you have a short stance in warrior two, you're going to bend your knee and you're going to hit this point of, this is your end point. Now, with all of this said, a lot of this is based on how your body feels. So if you feel safer in a shorter stance, that's fine. But I'm not going to be able to get my thigh parallel to the floor here unless my knee goes way forward like that. That's not going to feel great. So if I take a longer stance, all of a sudden I'm given this freedom that allows this hip to drop in and this thigh to drop a little deeper down, maybe getting toward parallel to the ground. It might not happen no matter what. So just giving you the tools that if your body is agreeable to it, you can actually attempt it. You can go there. Broaden across the chest, broaden across the upper back, reach middle finger to middle finger, ring finger to ring finger, etc. Really get some length in those arms. One more inhale. Bring your hands to the ground. Step back to plank, breath in to your belly, exhale. Come onto your fingertips next to your rib cage. Hug the elbows in. Push the tops of the feet down, curl the heart up. Breathe. And then downward facing dog with your exhale. Keeping the hips square, inhale your left leg back. And then knee down the center. You have a few breaths here. Push the ground away. Lift that left foot up. Round the upper back. Keep the right leg crazy strong. And then just see if you can step the left foot forward. Sometimes you need some help with your hand. There's actually two ways to do this. If you can't get your foot forward, help it forward with your hand. Alternatively, put your knee down and then bring it forward. So there's ways to get there. Hands on the floor, on blocks. Back leg really powerful. Use your toes. Pull your heart forward. Energetically draw your feet toward each other. Yes, fantastic. Good. Ground into your feet. Bring your hands into your heart. Root your back heel. Upright your spine. And warrior two. So good, Jordan. Beautiful. Yes, Mary. Really nice. Palms pressed down. Fingertips pressed down. Extend out through the fingers. And then take the same process on this side. Maybe you need to adjust your stance. If you're feeling like you're like, I feel strong here, I just don't have the room to go down, take your feet a little wider and see if you can get that depth. Resist with the inner right thigh toward the back of your mat. Whole foot, left and right, pressing down. Base of the big toe, base of the pinky toe, center of the heel. Take another inhale. Bring your hands around. Step back to plank. Breath in. Belly down, exhale. Inhale, fingertips, cobra. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Smooth out your breath. Pick up your left heel, step your right foot in a little bit. Pick up your right heel, step your left foot in. You're just walking forward from the ankles. Come into a forward fold. Inhale halfway. Fold, exhale. Do that again. Inhale halfway. Maybe hands glide up. Exhale, fold down. One more time. Inhale halfway. Fold, exhale. Push the ground away. Inhale, rise up to stand. And then hands into your heart. Pacing and rhythm. Inhale, reaching up. Bring your hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Feet root. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway, inhale. Right foot steps back, exhale. Push down into your feet. Inhale, crescent pose. We'll stay for 3 breaths or so. One more inhale. Release your hands down. Step back to plank. Breath in. To the floor. Exhale. Hands stay firmly rooted. Palms pressing down. Cobra. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Take a breath in. Exhale. Right knee to your chest. Place your right foot forward. Help it forward if you need to. Rise up. Crescent. We're here for a few breaths. Engage the left glutes. Squeeze the butt. Sink into the right hip. Pull the feet toward each other. Lift the heart. Lift the gaze. Deepen the breath. One more inhale. Bring your hands down. Step to the top of your mat. Come halfway with your breath in. And fold with your exhale. Root to rise. Inhale. Pause on the top. Lift the heart. Engage the glutes. Bow forward. Exhale. Halfway. Inhale. Left foot steps back. Exhale. Inhale. Rise up. Release your hands down. Plank, inhale. To the ground, exhale. Cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, stay. Exhale, knee to chest, place your left foot forward. Crescent, inhale, engage the right glutes. Lift the heart, release your hands down. Step forward, inhale, halfway. Hold, exhale. Rise up, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up, beautiful. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen. Right steps back. Inhale, crescent, left foot is forward. Exhale, hands down, stay, pause, blocks if you've got them. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Take a few breaths here. One more inhale. Exhale, hands down, plank, and lower. Cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Breath in, knee to chest, right foot forward. Crescent, inhale. Exhale, hands down, blocks if you need them. Straighten the front leg and pause. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the breath. Draw your feet toward each other. So you're gently drawing back with the right foot, pressing down into the ground, giving you like an anchor to pull against. And then gently draw the left foot forward. Take a breath in. Soften the front knee, step to the top of your mat. Come halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Root to rise, inhale. Little pause on the top. Engage the glutes, lift the heart, little back bend. And then bow forward, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Left foot steps back, exhale. Crescent, inhale. Hands down, exhale. Straighten the front leg, inhale. Exhale, rebend the leg. Step to plank. Breath in. Chaturanga or the floor. Cobra or up dog. Down dog, exhale. Take a breath in. Left foot steps forward. Crescent, inhale. Hands down. Straighten the front leg. Soften the front knee, step to the top of the mat, come halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Lift the heart, engage the glutes. Draw your hands into your heart. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow. Inhale, halfway. Plank, exhale. Breath in and plank. Chaturanga or the ground. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, release the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Push the ground away, inhale, rise, rise, rise. Draw your hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Rise, heart to sky, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Stay to breathe in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into heart, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, follow the breath to forward fold. Halfway. Chaturanga. Rise, inhale. Dog pose, exhale. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, knees bend, feet to your hands. Halfway inhale. Bow, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into heart, exhale. Beautiful. Little pause here. Just feel your breath. I'm going to mirror you. Pop up your right heel. Turn your right knee open. Good. Resist the urge to reach down with your hands. Resist the urge to reach down with your hands. So much easier for me if I reach down with my hands, which is why I'm making a big deal of it. Because I know for me, I'm so much happier if I reach down with my hands to take my foot. Don't do it. Just find wherever that is that you can get your foot to naturally. We're going to do this probably 3 times. And each time we're going to enter differently. This time, no hands. And just find where you are. It is totally fine to put your foot on your knee, I promise you. Unless it hurts, in which case don't do it. Good. And then arms up if it's okay. Beautiful. Yes, yes. Hands back into your heart. And then foot comes down. Pop up your left heel. Slide the foot up. Really nice. Really nice. Arms up. If it's okay. Focus on the breath. Steady the gaze. Lengthen that inner left thigh from groin to knee. Really nice. Good, Gabriella. Beautiful. Bring your hands back into your heart and then release your foot down. Good. Chair with an inhale. Bend your knees. Forward fold with your exhale. Halfway inhale. Take it back to down dog, however you want. Good. Little pause in down dog. Since we're going to do a lot more chaturanga, they're always optional, but they'll be included and offered to you. Today, think about pulling the ground to you so that as you lower your torso or you lower your whole body really toward the ground, you can always use knees, you're pulling the ground to you. You're in control of the rate at which you descend. You're in control of how deep you go. Right leg back, inhale. Right foot between your hands, exhale. Come right up into warrior 2. Come up and around. Give yourself that long stance. And then if you have a block, we're going to use it. If you don't, you're going to be fine. Your arm can be on your thigh, or your hand can be on the floor or on a block. And for today, my preference is if it's on the ground or a block, it's on the back side of your foot. And that's not my preference every day, but for today, that's my preference. Left hand is going to come to the back of your hips. And just take your hands, spread your fingers wide, and encourage your sacrum to kind of, it's really not your sacrum, but the sacrum to kind of neutralize the pelvic bowl, to neutralize the tailbone, to start to extend for that left heel. And then engage left glute. Press your right foot down to catch with the right glute rather. And then right ham's gonna, right hand. Left hand is going to come straight up. Oh boy, it's going to be one of those days. Left hand is straight up. You're standing heavy on your back foot, your left foot. I'm going to start to use fronts and backs because you're not going to trust me on left and right. Push down with this right arm, whether it's hand, block, or floor, or arm on thigh. You're pushing down to create tons of stability in this left shoulder. And then right shoulder. Take the left hand, reach it forward. I'm keeping my back to you just so you can kind of get a back view on the pose. Sweep the left arm overhead. And then this is not a ballet arm. It's not like this, oh, pretty arm over. It's powerful, it's strong. It's an extension of the line of your back leg. Arm and leg on the right side working together to kind of wrap open more. And this is similar to Warrior Two in the sense of if you feel like you have the strength and your joints are happy to go deep, but you're not able to get there, it's probably because your stance is too short. So consider making a longer stance and just testing it, seeing how it feels. Now listen, you're going to stay this low. Take your left hand back. Reverse warrior. Try not to lift out of the hips. Try to sink in a little more. Pull the feet toward each other. Engage the hips. Stabilize from your center. Press into the right foot. Inhale, straighten that right leg. And then right hand comes down, triangle. Block floor, your own shin. And just as in Parshva Konasana, today my preference is block on the back side of your leg. Pretty much every day that's my preference in triangle. And the reason for that, I'm going to give you a different view if you're watching. You're not fully engrossed in yourself. Is here I can really stack up with my hand on the back side. When I bring my hand in the front, it's going to throw me off. It's going to bring my torso forward. Now you see how my booty kind of sticks back behind me. Whereas this opens you up. Yeah. Couple more breaths. You're not out. You're not out. Find the wingspan like you had in Warrior Two. Yes. Beautiful. Last few breaths. Stay in it, stay in it, stay in it. Find something new. The longer you're here, find something new. You come off of the gross and you come into the minute. You come back to your breath. Last inhale. Bring your hands around. Step back to plank, please. Inhale. Pull the ground to you, whether you're coming to your belly or into chaturanga. Pull it to you. You're in control. And then lift. Cobra, up dog. Hands press down, shoulders draw back, biceps draw back, and then downward facing dog. Take a few breaths in downward facing dog. Really beautiful. Really beautiful. Drag your feet back and wide. Very nice, very nice. Left leg back with an inhale. Left foot steps forward. Root the back heel. Come into Warrior Two. Okay. So we're just using this as kind of our jump off for all of these side facing poses. I don't know if they're side facing. That's how I think of them in my head. Your chest is facing sideways. Hips not so much. Don't worry about the hips. Good. So this is going to give you the opportunity to kind of check your stance here. Good. Grab a block if you've got it. Put it on the back of your left leg. Bring your right hand to the back of your hip. Encourage your sacrum, your tailbone to lengthen back here as opposed to popping back behind you. Good. Left leg, left arm work together. Big toe pushes down, knee moves gently to the left. Take the arm up, find your wingspan. Good. Draw the feet toward each other, reach the right arm forward, and then cut it overhead. Good. Line of energy, hand down the arm, into the spine, down this leg. Stand heavy. So the way we're practicing these poses today is not the only way to practice them. I want to be clear on that. It's just the way that we're choosing to today. A little more classical. Check in with your breath. Engage your right glute, your hips, your hip, your glutes. The backwards stay for me. Everything's reversed. Words are getting combined. We'll make it through. So you need this connection of your feet down. You need the connection of your center strong. You need your breath for this transition. Reach the right arm up. Stay low. Reverse warrior. Yes. So good. Stay in it. I know you want to come out. Be in your breath. Be in your body. Feel it all. Inhale. Push into that left foot. Lengthen the leg. Come around triangle. If you need to adjust your stance in any way, go for it. Top ribs soften down, bottom ribs lengthen out. Press that left hand down and gently pull it toward your right foot. Span the wings. Fully root that left foot down and lengthen the left leg more. One more inhale. Release your hands down. Plank. Inhale. Pull the ground to you. Exhaling. Chaturanga or the ground. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog with your exhale. Beautiful. Smooth out your breath. Palm the floor, lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees deeply, look at your hands. Use your legs to get to your hands. Halfway inhale. And fold, exhale. Rise up, inhale. And hands into your heart, exhale. Beautiful. Pick up your right knee. Take your right hand to the crease of your right hip and kind of press it down. And roll that open. Lift the knee even higher. Even higher. And then take the knee out. Good. Without touching your foot, bring your foot in. Beautiful. Tree pose number 2. Hands come behind the back. Lace the fingers. Open up the heart. Stretch your knuckles for your left heel. And soften your front ribs. Think of this lifted leg as the front leg in Warrior 2. think of your back leg in warrior two, and that's your standing leg. So good. Good, nice polo. Inhale, reach up. Bring the knee around, and then place your foot down, bring your hands into your heart. A little pause, take a breath. And then left knee lifts up. Good, lift the knee as high as you can. Take your left hand to your hip and just kind of in the crease of the hip, get this sense of like pulling against that so the knee actually can come up higher, but without the hip getting all kind of like cramped up into itself. And then take the knee out wide. Don't use your hands, just bring your foot in. Doesn't matter where it lands, nobody cares. You shouldn't care. Bring the hands behind your back, lace your fingers the opposite way, and then lift the heart. Broaden across the chest. Draw the fronts of the shoulders open. Let the tailbone lengthen. So believe it or not, for me, I feel like I get a lot more out of this pose with my leg down lower because I'm really working to slide my foot up my leg here, as opposed to on our third version, don't worry, you'll get to pull your foot in. But when I get my foot way up into my inner thigh, I can just kind of be there because I'm kind of stuck. Whereas here, there's so much more play that I have to work a lot more. So feel how the muscles are trying to lift the foot up. They have to stabilize here. Engage the glutes. There's no reason, really treason to myself, so silly. Yeah. So perfect, so why do I look for curtains? Uncertain, but certainly false alarms alerting. A burden and beautiful times ago and snakes. Bring the knee around, arms up, hands and foot release down. Perfect. Chair with an inhale. Bend your knees, lower your hips. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway inhale. Move through Vinyasa or go to down dog. Remember, you're in control of every movement. Push the feet down, lift the thighs if you're in up dog. And down dog, exhale. Right leg back, inhale. Right foot forward, exhale. Warrior two, inhale. Adjust your stance so that you're deep. Reach forward, side angle. Reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg. Triangle. Soften the front knee. Half moon. Lift up. Good. So this pose is very much in the same family. This is in my brain, I'm like sideways facing. Sideways facing. You're sideways facing. Your chest is facing to the side of your mat. Yes? Beautiful. Good. Make both of your legs stronger and longer, and make your spine longer, and make your arms longer. Yes, Tracy. Beautiful. Chair, top of your mat. Take a breath in. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway inhale, and then take it back. Move through with care. Nothing's a throwaway. Not a breath, not a movement, not a step. Downward facing dog in your breath. This down dog is not a throwaway. This is not a resting position. This is like a home base. Good. You gotta keep your home base tidy and alive and awake. Yes? Left leg back, inhale. Left foot comes forward. Warrior two. Use this as your kickoff. Maybe play with your stance. Lengthen it, widen it, whatever you need. And then reaching forward, arm to thigh, hand, floor, or block, side angle. Reverse warrior, up and back. Straighten the front leg and triangle. Take a breath. Soften the front knee. Half moon, lifting off. Yes, beautiful. So if you can, your left toes are facing straight ahead. I have a tendency that I might want to kind of sneak over to the right. So left foot facing straight ahead. And I mean, straight ahead is all relative, right? But if we're using our mat as our marker, straight ahead on your mat. Pushing down into that left foot, getting longer in the leg. And then right foot, toes face straight ahead. I would prefer them to be a little down than to be turned up and open. So straight ahead, maybe a little bit down. Tailbone lengthen. Arms lengthen. Contain your center. Believe it or not, you're using your right glute here to hold this right leg in place. So, well, you might not be using it. I want you to use it. If you do, I think it'll be a little easier eventually. So we give strength to our center by engaging the hips, by engaging the belly, by engaging the big muscles of the back. Yes. Fantastic. We were here for like 45 minutes on the first side, so you've got like 43 more minutes to go. Really good. Really good. And chair pose. Really nice. Really nice. And then forward fold. Good. Reach down to your right foot with your right hand. Bring your left hand to your left hip. And then push into your left foot. You're going to just slowly glide this right leg, this right foot, I should say, up the left leg until you can get it as high as you can. I know, happy day. At least I'm happier here. Good. Release the hands. And then take the arms out wide. You can lace the fingers, you can bring your knuckles together, or you can come to prayer with your hands behind the back. And then I know what I see and I know what I feel. So when we come into reverse prayer, the tendency is that your hands are pushing your heart forward, right? But that also sometimes pushes the rib cage forward. So now meet the pressure of your hands, the pinky side of your hand if you're in reverse prayer, or if your knuckles are together, with your back body. So just kind of front ribs back, and then back ribs press into the hands with the equal amount of pressure that your hands are pushing into your back. Good. And elbows gently draw forward, shoulders gently draw back. Whoo! Yes, so think about that. Elbows draw forward, like they want to go toward your left toes. And then your shoulders draw back toward your booty. Good. Energize your standing leg. Get stronger as you're here. Release your hands up and around. Sweep the hands to the sky. And then bring your hands into heart. Turn the knee forward. Come into a forward fold. Back down again. Just take a pause here. Receive that. And then right hand to your right hip, left hand to your left foot. And then just start to pull the foot toward your leg and draw up, draw up, draw up, draw up, draw up, until you get your foot as high as you can. And then release. Take the arms out wide. Same options, lace, knuckles, or prayer. And I'm actually going to give you the view of the back so it makes sense. So now my hands are pressing my chest forward, my rib cage forward. I'm going to meet that pressure by drawing the front ribs down and back. Back ribs fill up. And then elbows gently draw forward and shoulders draw back. Engage the glute of the standing leg. Release the arms, sweep up, inhale. Bring the knee around and place your foot down. Pause. Just take a breath here. Really nice. Inhale, chair, bend your knees, drop your hips. Forward fold, exhale. Come halfway with your inhale. Make your way to downward facing dog. Stay connected to your breath. Stay connected to your movement. If you're in chaturanga, you're in control. Take a breath in. With your exhale, pull your right knee to your chest. Place your right foot forward. Come into warrior one. Rise up for a breath. Front knee bends deeply. Back hip works. Release your hands down. Step back to plank. Breath in. Chaturanga, exhale. Rise and open. And downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, step your left foot forward, right heel down. Help your foot forward as you need to. Rise, breath in, warrior one. Breath out, hands to ground. Plank inhale, take the breath, and then chaturanga strong. Rise, inhale, and dog, exhale. Smooth out your breath. I know how I would feel if it was at the end of the practice and all of a sudden Surya Namaskar B is being thrown at you. So if that's how you're feeling, how I'm projecting how I would feel, you can infer whatever you want from that. Just come back to your breath, get neutral. Get neutral. They're just postures, it's just movement. Stay in your breath. Lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees, bring your feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair, inhale. Press up, squeeze your glutes, lift your heart, and hands to heart. Inhale, chair. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Rise, heart to sky, inhale. Dog, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Root the back heel. Warrior one, rise up. Let it go, exhale. Plank inhale. Chaturanga. Rise, inhale. And down dog. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, left foot forward. Warrior one, rise up. Release the hands. Back to plank, inhale. Chaturanga. Rise. Downward facing dog, exhale. Smooth, steady breath. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair, inhale. Press up, hands to heart. One more round, inhale, chair. Bow, hips to sky. Halfway, make your way to dog.
You're my favorite, you're my favorite.
From down dog, breath in. Your exhale brings your right knee to your chest and your foot forward. Warrior one, rise, root, root, rise. Release out. Plank and chaturanga. Rise up, heart to sky. Dog exhale. Breath in. Left foot forward. Rise. Warrior one. Release. Inhale. Chaturanga. Rise. Downward facing dog. Smooth out your breath. Heels up, inhale. Knees bend, exhale, feet to hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale, beautiful. Chair in hand. Sit down, Navasana. You can use your strap like we started if you want. Reach down, find your big toes, start to push your feet away. Lift the heart. Use your back ribs, use your shoulder blades to lift the heart even more. Soften the front ribs, hollow the belly. Soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana. Come forward. Inhale, lift up, bring the knees up, roll down onto your back. Keep your knees bent. Press your feet down and bridge pose. Maybe lace the hands, maybe hold the edges of the mat, maybe support hands under back, whatever feels good. Connect to your feet. Point your knees in the direction of your toes. Last inhale, down, exhale. Breath in and breath out. Inhale and exhale. Bridge again or upward facing bow. Press your feet down, inhale, rise up. Use your hips, knees in the direction of the toes. So if you need to, take the feet wider. Turn the toes a little open, but the knees need to go the same way as the feet. Find where that is. Last inhale. And down. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Smooth it out. One more inhale. We're going to go one more time. Exhale out. When you're ready, inhale, rise up. Your exhale brings you out. Take your feet wide, drop your knees into each other. Bring your hands onto your belly. Breathe in, breathe out. Simplify, just filling and emptying. Arms like a cactus. Both knees to the right. You can keep your feet exactly where they are or adjust them however you want. If you want, slide your right foot up to the outer left thigh and just give a little pressure to that left leg. Keep the shoulders heavy and rooted. Good. Release that foot if you hooked it. Come back to center and then switch the knees to the left. Take a breath or two, and then if you'd like, take your left foot on top of your right leg. If your foot's on the leg, release it off. Come in to center, hug both knees into your chest. Good. If you want, extend the legs up. Maybe take the big toes, maybe use a strap here. If you're comfortable in shoulder stand, it's very, very brief. It's very brief. If you like plow pose, go for it. I'm not going to give you any instruction here, so this is only the things that you love. If you want to take a handstand or a headstand, they're all very brief. We just have a moment to be here with our legs up. don't know about you, but for me, I love, love, love getting my legs up above my heart like this. Like the feeling of just sort of, I feel like tingly. I feel like my blood flow is reversing. I feel like I'm giving my legs a little treat for doing so much for me. And that's what we do in this practice is we notice how we receive a pose, how it sits in our body, how it sits in us emotionally, how we respond to it. You're going to start to come out if you're in an inversion. That was a tongue twister for me. If you are in an inversion, start to come out. And then happy baby if it feels good. I like hands to the inside of the foot, arms to the insides of the legs. Knees draw back into center. Give yourself one squeeze here. And then release your legs all the way out on the ground. Good. Release your hands. Turn your palms up. It's not possible to do every pose, every practice. It's not. And if there's something that you feel like I gypped you on, I probably did. You can do it after, but I promise you'll be okay without it. And instead of that sense of what didn't we do, how about what you did do? Allow your body to receive that right now. Relaxing legs, arms, belly, jaw, forehead, neck. Breath quieting. Just creating the opportunity to be still. Inhale a little deeper. Exhale and empty. So simple. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, empty out. Keep that breath going. Wake up your hands and your feet. Reach your arms overhead. Bend your knees, roll to your side. Take a breath there. And then press down with your hands. Rise up to sitting. Sit comfortably, whatever that is for you. And then bring your hands into prayer at your heart. Honor that you showed up. Honor your breath. Honor your body. Honor your whole being, your mind, all the emotions that we house in this entity. Embrace your whole being, all of it, the dark, the light. Breathe together. Inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, bow your mind to your heart. Rise, inhale. Eyes open gently. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Happy November. I hope you had a